Hi loves, so I want to do a video today on how to ignore people like that are mean or say mean comments or nasty comments about you breastfeeding, and two, how to deal with like your own siblings, pressing you to stop breastfeeding or da da da. First of all, I'd say if you're feeding in public, okay, and somebody comes up to you and says something, look at them and say, listen, you eat out in the open, and I don't say shit to you. So if you can eat in peace, so can my baby. And if they go on, well, it's a breast, say, well, then you know what? Here, cover your face when you eat. You won't have to look at my breast, and you won't have to look at my baby eating. Plain and simple. And also tell them, say, hey, you know these things right here? Yeah, you see that? They move left to right. You could, if you see me here, you could look that way. Look. Let me show you better. You don't have to move your head. Wow, that was so hard. And third, if your own family member is saying, hey, don't do that. That's inappropriate. Say, listen, if you get along with this family member and they're close to you and it is really hurtful, sit them down and tell them, say, hey, listen, that's hurtful to me. If you can't respect me, you can't respect that I'm feeding my baby, then you need to keep your mouth shut and go somewhere else. And if it's a family member you don't really like or don't get along with, like I have a few of them, I say, you know what? Get lost. But the point here is, if you're feeding your baby, no matter who this person is and who they are, they have no right to come up to you and tell you not to feed your baby. They have no right to say mean remarks to you because you're feeding your baby. And this goes to everybody. Stop, okay? Don't sit there and tell a mom that she has to cover while she's breastfeeding. Yeah, know why? Because that baby's eating just like you would at a restaurant. And you know what? People don't come up to you and ask you to put a damn blanket over your head. So don't disrespect my baby by expecting me to do that to them. But it's the simple line here is about respect. Okay? For one, respect the simple fact that breasts are not sexual objects. They're not for you men. They're not for your pleasure, men. And they're not for anything but breastfeeding. If you take a breast, you take the skin off, the nipple, the aorta, it looks gross. I'm gonna say it is not a pretty sight. So if that's what they look like underneath this flesh, that's what they should look like with the flesh on, okay? So if you don't like the way they look without, too bad. They're not meant for you. They weren't created for you. They were created for my baby to nurse. That's why I make milk. So if any people come up to you and say that, and simply just look at them and say, why don't you get off my step and respect me and my baby? And then if they bug you still, but hey, this is my opinion, and I'm gonna say, if you're gonna do this, that's on you. But if someone would keep bothering me or pressure me about breastfeeding, and especially like if it's a man coming up to me being nasty and gross, I'm gonna punch him in the mouth. Okay, that's just it. I'm gonna hold my baby in one hand and punch him with the other. That's all it's gonna get. That's all you're gonna get from me. So, point is, and if you don't feel comfortable doing that, say, listen, if you don't get away from me, I will call the cops for sexual harassment. And grab your phone and actually do it. Because there are pigs out there that you do need to report to the police. Because there is laws against, sexual assault. And him coming up to you, bothering you constantly about, being nasty, gross, sexual. That's part of sexual assault. Okay? And even if he touches you, you can claim sexual assault and go for it. Because all these perverted pigs, they do need to get punished for being pigs. Matter of fact, they need to go to the deepest, darkest place out of this earth and away from everybody. But for now, they can get arrested and stuff. So my advice to you is be strong, be confident, be fiery, like I said, I'll knock somebody out, but hey, and that's me. If that's not you, then, just call the police. That's part of being fiery too. Don't think you're not fiery for not calling the police. But, alright, love, so this is my tips to you, and bottom line here, this is everybody, respect the mom, respect the baby, and shut your mouth. Alright, bye-bye. Hi guys, sorry for this, not too good quality. I wanted to add this in because I realized during editing I didn't cover the second thing I wanted to cover. So, I want to say what to say to someone when they say, hey, don't you think it's time to stop doing that? Look at them and tell them and say, hey, no, I don't, because you know what? The benefits keep going till they're 2.5 years old. So until they're 2, or until I feel comfortable that I want to stop, just butt out of my business. Okay? Thank you. It doesn't matter who says this, always say that to them, because, and if they use the thing, well, they have teeth now, they don't need a breast, say no, they do need the breast milk still, because they need the nutrition that they don't get from food. Again, so tell them, butt out, period.